Hey, Shalom, I want to start off souls by giving all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, El Shaddai, Hashem, Akakwadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. It's just a quick one on, so this Mount Vesuvius, right, Pompeii, right, which I find spiritual. This article came out today, and the apostles were actually speaking on it at the camp, last Saturday gone. Right, and basically it says that exploding heads and boiling blood, Vesuvius eruption deaths far grislier than previously believed. Basically it says the heat was so intense, victims' organs vaporized and the resulting steam caused their heads to explode. Now this research has been done by archaeologists in, from researchers from the Federico II University Hospital in Italy. Right, this is their, they did what they've come up with, right, which is further proof to the, when the scriptures say this, right, this is Psalms 64, right, and verse 6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Right, these guys, I've been hearing about, Pompeii since I was a young lad. This is something that's, been researched over, but Esau's still researching. It's part of that diligent search, right? He has the funding to pay people off to do these digs and all of that. So, when you get, people, asking about, where's, information on this and the other, Esau knows through his research that the scriptures are correct, from a historical point of view, and like this place is here, he knows, right? Certain bits he exposes, certain bits he keeps to himself, right? Just imagine what treasures they're hiding under the Vatican Library, I'll have some, artifacts in there that, will prove to the whole world, who the Israelites are for real, that there was, that, Yahweh Shah walked the earth. But, the Lord this time around, he wants it to be of faith. Right, it says Hebrews 11:6 says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Right, so this time around, the Lord wants it about, about faith. Right, it is impossible to please the Most High without faith. Right, that's why there ain't no, simple carnal things that make it easy for people to see. Right, but yeah, this was a gruesome way to go. Right, that's because these guys were doing wickedness. Right, and the Lord judged them for that. I'll grab this verse. This is Ecclesiastes 8:11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Right, so you do an evil work, right, you expect, to be judged for it immediately, because, say in this world, let's say you stole from your mom's wallet or whatever, and then your mom catches you and she beats you there and then, right? Whereas, the Lord Yahweh, right, he that's not how he deals, right? He lets you rack up a tab. He makes you think, shit, I'm getting away with this shit, right? So then the guy who's basically doing the evil, right, he continues and he thinks everything's okay until one day the Lord's gonna come and jack you up. Just look at Esau, the so-called white man. He's been doing all this wickedness, all this evil, all his life, right? From going back to Cain, right? And then now he's gonna get judged, right? With the greatest, scriptures say in Joel 2, right, in Daniel 12, right? It's gonna be a day like never seen before, right? So then it says, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yes, because they're not getting that quick judgment for their actions, right? Then they just carry on doing their wickedness. Like imagine your touch sensors in your hand, and don't work, right? Here it is, you keep putting your hand on the stove, right? And the stove is hot, but you can't feel it's burning you. So what do? You keep putting your hand on the stove, and then one day you see that your hand's withered away and your hand gets cut off. And when that cutting off is how Esau's gonna get cut off, right? This is Romans 1. I'm gonna start from verse 25. It says, "Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." Right? So, and man is a creature. Right? Creatures basically means anything created. Right? So for this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affection. So you go to homosexuals, the Most High that gave them up unto that. Right? So for even their women did change the natural use. Right? What's the natural use? The vagina is an opening, right? And the penis is a an inserter. Right? Even in music, right? You've got the male you got the male jack, 1/4-inch jack, right? And then it goes into a female hole. That's what it's referred to, right? It says, "For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature." Right? It says, "And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman." Right? Beta Papa, to have to have children, to procreate. You read Genesis. It says, let me find that. Right, it says Genesis 1:22. Right, it says, and the Most High said, "Bless them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, right, and fill the waters in the sea, and let foul the fowl multiply in the earth." Right, in verse 28 it says, "And God blessed them, and Most High said unto them, once again, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth." So the Lord is about life, whereas this devil Esau is about death, right? Which is why in this time around he's promoting homosexuality again, right? What and transgenderism. What good can come out of that? Apart from, no good. All you get is disease and disease and death, right? And the majority of these people are wicked. So yeah, that's the good that comes out of it. They get judged. They get judged for their wickedness, and then they're gonna get destroyed, right? Because that's a foul spirit. Well, that's actually a foul spirit when you dare yourself to really think about what it is that these guys are doing. These guys have hella demons on them, man. Right? And then there's so many of them. You always gotta pray, yeah, Lord, don't let them demons jump on me. Well, that's just the real, right? Right. It says, yeah. So you look at some of the things that happen here, right? So I'll carry on. It says, leaving the natural use of the woman, right, to multiply, right, burned in their lust one toward another, right? So they basically see it and they want to do it. That's, that whole do as thou will thing. It looks good, it feels good, so I'm gonna do it, right? Never worry about the consequences, right? And once again, Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set to do wickedness, right? To do evil. Why? Because they're not getting judged for it. It feels good, so they do it, right? If more niggas were getting jacked up for committing adultery immediately as they committed it, niggas wouldn't be promoting adultery in their music. They'll be like, nah, man, I heard what happened to Jerome, man. Hey, Jerome got fucked up. But because they ain't seeing that, they're seeing people getting away with it, right? Which is really everyone, right? It's not just niggas. Well, I've come to find, these white boys do the same thing, right? All these heathen nations, when they come over here, sip that Babylon juice, right? Drunk, right? It says, men with men, right? Working that which is unseemly, right? Unseemly. G2716 katagazamai, Right, it says to work for, accomplish, to finish, cause, deed, perform, work. Right, to accomplish, achieve, fashion, to work out of things, bring about, result in. Right, I couldn't really get more understanding on that word. Right, but it ain't good. Right, it doesn't work out. Right, it says, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Right, and this is the recompense of their error. Right, this is the recompense of their error, that the wickedness that they were committing. Right, all the nasty, vile shit they were doing in this area. Right, it says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, and this is happening again now. Right, people will laugh at you for reading the scriptures whilst they're reading a Harry Potter book. Right, that's just the way things have been flipped over in this world. Right, it says the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Yeah, and a man sticking his rod up another man, or a man sticking his rod up anything apart from a vagina and a mouth. Right, sticking it in the anus of a woman or the anus of a man. Right, you're going off. Right, but man, you got that geezer, Ronaldo being accused of sodomizing that woman. Right, well, man's a sodomite, man. Right, he's a homosexual. Right, doesn't matter whether it's a woman or not. A man ain't supposed to be sticking, his penis up anyone's arsehole. That's what Leviticus 20 and 13 says. If any man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Right, and that's plain and to the point. Right, it says 2 Peter 2 and 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that are after should live ungodly. So the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and the other cities round about, right? And he did that as an example. But what was Esau in his infinite wisdom, a wise one, right? What did he do? He then went and did the same things. So how wise is he? Right? It says, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. So the Lord set up the example, and Esau went and did the same thing. Right, which allows us to prove this is Revelation 11 and 8. It says, and their dead bodies, right, which is representative of Israel, right, so shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Right, Sodom because they're doing the same things as Sodom. Right, they're promoting the same things as Sodom. Right, you got they pushed that whole LGBTQ from that land, America. So that's another way of identifying where Babylon is. Right, switch talk about that great city Babylon. Well, this is defining a great city. Right, this is which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Right, Egypt because of the bondage that the children of Israel caught in that land. Right, this is where also our Lord was crucified. Right, and that's talking about the fact that the image of Yahushua has been crossed out, has been blurred the most over there. Why? Because they push out that white Serapis Christus, that white Cesare Borgia image all over the world. Right, so Lord's will, that was edifying. Until the next time, Shalom.